Hello, Team 112. Dr. C here as we start to close out the term. These terms go fast, and I think for many of you who are moving on in the program itself will realize by now that you have to plan ahead to the best of your ability. Now, I know a lot of people have a lot of obstacles and impediments, and I'm thankful for all of you who had reached out to me to work out individualized strategies for success in the course. Life does happen. I completely understand that. Please know that your next instructors may have a different approach and may have different demands relative to punctuality. So please don't rely upon my approach as being the one catch-all approach that all the faculty will use throughout the program. As the former dean and architect of this program, I can attest to that because I developed, hired, etc., mentored most of the 400 and some odd faculty who are amazing. They are from all areas within the criminal justice system. They're chiefs of police and prosecutors, corrections officials, advocates, you name it. But they're incredible teachers, and they're very dedicated to what I've been preaching all term, being very clear, concise, precise, utilizing APA citation to offer up proof of evidence and fact, okay, and good grammar. You'll see that this does not live and die just in this course. So the expectations are high. We have a very good program, and I think this is a good gatekeeper for us to let everyone know this is how you should prepare for, some very fast terms. 8 weeks goes very quickly. So you know that you had your journal, etc. Remember, it's not a diary. So when you see journals again, you know exactly, what format they're looking for, what level of excellence, i.e. grammar, spelling, construction, citation, reference, etc. Okay, and being factual and clear as possible. You did 7-2 Project 2, and please make sure you always look at the rubric first, then plan your writing. All right, so now on to week 8, mod 8. All right, so you're going to have this project here. Let's take a look at the rubric. Let the rubric be your guide. All right, so here we are. This is the description. So let's look here, right here, because this is how this is assessed. Your ability to describe and explain. These are what's called Bloom's taxonomies. Okay, these are the demands, okay, the expectations of how you are assessed when you're writing. Now, this is hard because this is a text-only environment where you can't raise your hand in a face-to-face classroom, all right? So take a look at exemplars, and on behalf of the university and the Department of Criminal Justice, I want to thank those students in this course that did offer up and approve use of their exemplars, the work that they did, which was basically exemplary. So I want to thank you for that. So here you are, you're a community outreach coordinator at your local law enforcement agency. The department has undertaken an initiative to reach out to diverse populations. So how clear do you have to be, right? They're a blank slate. There's always a need in your community for support toward becoming a citizen. Numerous recent immigrants, resident aliens, and documented immigrants could benefit from outreach materials, okay, that explain how the criminal justice system works, etc. So now you are going to create outreach materials that have to be very clear and explicit so they all understand it. So here are the materials. Make sure you go through all of these. Plan your writing, okay? Do not copy, paste, okay? Be very careful of that. Learn how to paraphrase, semicolon. Go to the writing center if you're not clear on that. Because if you don't paraphrase and there's a high similarity score, it really can't be accepted. Okay, you have to be very careful of that because that could lead to a student conduct complaint. You don't want that. So learn to paraphrase. Make sure you cite, okay, where you get your facts from. Because if you're in front of people, they may have questions. Where did you get that? And if you think, you feel, you guess, that's not good enough, okay? Because you're representing an agency and the system itself. You are a professional. So here are the materials, all right? Some supporting materials right here. If you have any issues with those, make sure that you reach out to the tech support people. They're very good. Now, here is the rubric for assessment, i.e. grading, right? Articulation of response. That means there's no conjecture. There's no opinions, all right? There's basically, you're not guessing. You need to do your research. You need to do your reading, and you write from that. So look through all of the critical elements on the left-hand column here, right? Down to what? Citations and attributions. That is critical because, again, if you remember in Mod 1, there was a discussion board focused completely on how important it is to cite call it APA, but how it is important to give credit where credit is due. So this is what you have, okay, for Mod 8, Project 3. Use the resources. They're great. We took a long time to vet and apply the best resources possible when developing this course and the remaining courses in the program. You have a make your case, which means you take a position based on fact, like you're in a debate. Okay? So read through this and you take a position. Do you agree or disagree that current law enforcement? Now, this is not an opinion. If you agree or disagree, what do you base it on? Not just think, well, I think and I feel, that they're bad or they're good and they shouldn't do this and they shouldn't. No, well, okay, why? I will raise my hand and say why. So substantiate your responses. This is not just this course. This is a great preparation for future courses, the next one you take or whatever, okay, to make sure that you do make your case. Okay, so references, look at that. And it's a busy week, so you want to finish off taking a look at here, 8-3, practice activity research questions. Take a look at that. You're going to be doing research in this course. You already have. If you've read something to support what you're saying, that's really an exercise in research. I'm going to tell you this categorically. I have been affiliated with and have taught at a number of different universities. Southern Hampshire University, the Shapiro Library, the e-library is the best I've ever seen, and there is plenty of help there. There's a page dedicated to criminal justice. So make sure you read through this. This is to benefit you, okay? All right? So you will have to create, for your final course in criminal justice, you're going to create a research course, a research question, which is the mothership of all things research. All right? Out of that question becomes the investigation, and which is actually fun. It's very, very much the same as conducting a, say, police investigation. You go find the facts and nothing but the facts. Okay, so that is what is going on this week. I cannot accept any more revisions this week because the grades will have to be in. And I thank you again for those people who alerted me to some of their plight, which resulted in hopefully some supportive strategies. Okay, have a good weekend. Plan your week. Any questions, give me a call or send me an email, and I'll do the best I can to get right to you.